And a very good day. I'm just checking that looks like the microphone is working. Yeah, it's always the same whenever you change things. And I've been changing buttons, I've been changing screens, I've been changing games, lots of things to make a mistake with. And I can't even remember where half the controls are for the bus. So hopefully everything's all going to work as planned. See, we've got a few people already watching, so welcome. And this is the bus, and we're going to have a quick drive around Berlin as normal. There's been nothing new since the last time I streamed this. We're still on the 1.3 beta version. But hopefully the audio levels are all good. It looks good from what I'm looking at. I'm looking at OBS. Right, so I've already got it started because, again, I was a little bit paranoid about the controls. And for those of you who are not familiar with the controls, go and have a look at my About page in Twitch. I do remember the name out there. You can have a look there, or just put in the command. I can't even remember the commands anymore. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's terrible when you can't remember the commands on your own stream. If you do exclamation point commands, it'll actually show you the commands that you can use, because I can't remember what they are. I think specs, but never mind. Anyhow, at the moment, like I say, I'm using the Fernbus heavy machinery control for all the buttons instead of the keyboard. And of course, I got my Thrustmaster wheel and pedals. And right, so, in fact, what I'm going to do, just going to go back a menu here. Going to go back a menu. Hopefully I haven't messed up the audio. And so what have we got? Like I say, nothing actually changed here. We're still up here. Yeah, you can see the mouse cursor now. We're still in alpha phase 1. It says free play there. Down at the bottom here it's got 7.4.2 blah blah blah, early access beta. So we're still very, very early access with this thing. A lot of these things still don't do anything the editors do, but not my cup of tea really to be messing with those. I'm quite happy to play with what's out there at the moment. And I'm glad I actually did jump back a menu, because again, it's been a little while since I played this. I need to remember to drop back on the lens flares, because it's something I don't do, and just check everything else is looking okay. And I think they're good. One of these days they'll get it fixed. But, you know, there's no panic about it. Right, so that's done. We're going to jump into free play. The map, as I said, there's only the one map. It's Berlin as default. Scania Citywide 18 metre, which has now become my favourite bus, actually. And I use the phrase that the 18 metre, in a sense, is two 9 metre buses stuck together that bend in the middle. I actually find it a lot easier to drive than the 12 metre bus, because I don't know, I'm just coming around the corners with 12 metre bus. I think I'm cutting it too early, to be honest, and so I'm clipping the curb a lot. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Realistic, nothing changes there. So I actually haven't even looked at this. I just left it and I was just going to drive it. So we've got dynamic weather. I'm just going to hit start and let's get the bus underway. Excellent. And the good thing is I can hear in-game audio. That's always a good thing. And it looks like we got a horrible, bright, sunny morning here. And okay, looks like we're in Alexanderplatz. Oh dear, that's a huge amount of light, but never mind. Yeah, so I recognise this. Goodness knows I've played it enough times. We're in Alexanderplatz heading back towards the airport. Alright, oh, let's get on the bus and let's get started. I don't think I even looked to see what the time was, to be honest. Alright. Yeah, just try to remember where all the buttons do, but it looks like, yep, hey, my steering wheel works, that's always a good sign. So, key in the ignition. And there was a Seamus. Greetings, Colonel, I hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, I was actually going to stream yesterday, and but I've been doing a lot of train simulator stuff, and I thought, you know what, let's get back in the bus. But I've been messing about with OBS, I've been messing about with Stream Deck and all the rest of it. So it's been a couple of days, and I don't know. So today I thought, you know, let's knock the dust off the bus and see where we get to. So, and I can't remember the buttons. Right, I remember that one. Good, it's coming back. Yeah, all buttons indeed. Oh, buttons. Right, so 29044. 29044. It'll all come back to me. It'll all come back to me, I'm sure. Oh, wrong button. The one thing that I wish I could do without the keyboard is this view here. So at the moment I still have to use the keyboard for that. A little annoying, but nothing. You know, having to use a keyboard, for shame. Kettle Fork says no buttons, and he also says, I'm a two-trick pony as of late. I don't know what that means, mate. I don't know if you can elaborate for me there, Colonel. A two-trick pony. Jay Whittaker, welcome, my friend. But it's Seamus Rule. Have to ask the hard-hitting questions, Colonel. Flight sim and racing. Ah, yes, got you. Yeah, you know what? I've been enjoying watching your iRacing. And I don't know what aircraft you were flying today, Colonel. That little small one. I know, yeah. Give me a bit of a clue other than the little small one. But you know, the one you were flying earlier today, I really enjoyed that. You know, definitely GA all the way, as Colonel Fork would say. Right, so it looks like everything's good. It's like I said, I'm just trying to remember what I'm supposed to do next. Yeah, that was it. That was it. The Piaggio. Yep, and the other one, the other guy. Yes. Right. So where are we? All right. So it's the time is 6:30 departure, and at the moment it's 6:28. And you know what? Let's see if I can remember which button shuts the doors here. Yeah, and the reason why I'm hesitating is because at the moment the Logitech controller has Fernbus on it. Somewhere along the way I've actually lost the bus control panel. So I can't remember which button does which. So hoping, but Fernbus is almost identical to the bus anyway. So let's try this. Lower the lift. Lower the bus rather. There we go. What else do we have? Window blinds, that's for Fernbus. Passenger monitor, that's Fernbus. Destination display, that's Fernbus. Passenger announcements, it's all... Yeah, I better stop actually, I'm sounding like a worn out recording. I think we're good. Oh, there we go, passenger lights. Turn the passenger lights on. Driver light. There we go, we're now on automatic. So I think we're good actually. Yeah, honestly, it feels like I've never driven this before. I'm used to my little diesel train and my trip in Japan. And yeah, actually, Jay Whittaker, yeah, that was rather sad the other day, wasn't it? I got all the way through that scenario, the final pickup point for the passengers, and what did I do? Yeah, but it won't be the first and it won't be the last, mate. It's just one of those things. Right. Yeah, okay. My gears work, so let's get going. Yeah, honestly, this feels rather strange. It really feels like I've never driven before. Handbrake, there we go, handbrake. Handbrake. Buttons, let's keep pushing the buttons. That was the job of the century, stole it from you. Absolutely, mate. I had it, my name was all over it, and so I'm just trying to figure out which buttons oh, it's this button. Okay, try to centralise the view. Right, do I have a horn? Yep, wipers, yep. Handbrake, there we go. Forward gear and away we go. And the bus is rolling along the load along the road. Here we go. But yeah, it's one of the, for me anyway, one of the exciting things about the bus is they've actually released some drawings of a work in progress, and it's a double-decker MEN bus. And you know, people are asking about, you know, routes and all the rest of it, and obviously the developers are going, look, we'll let you know. And you know, I mean, the poor developers are getting hammered by when's this coming out, when's the next thing coming out, but they have been releasing things every so often, and that would be nice to have the MEN bus, I must confess. I just need to try and remember what I'm doing here. You know, I'm looking at a train. And she's awake. There we go. Life is good when my announcer lady is awake. Right, so... Yeah, I'm still trying to think trains here. This is not a train, Seamus. It's not a tram. Yeah, and I was in the tram earlier as well, actually. So let me open rear doors, front doors. All right. Oh, you know what's going to happen here? Yeah, because every time I try and nip in front, I almost get sideswiped, actually. Fork says, if you can connect two buses together, does that make it a train? Where's my view button? Where is my outside view button? You mean like this? Yeah, let's call it a train. There we go. I guess it could be a train. It's a train of buses. But yeah, I was in Tram Simulator earlier today as well. That's going to be... Hang on, let me just get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let me through, people. Thank you. And yeah, because there's lots of things in the Tram Simulator that I'm not doing. There's an IBIS system where you actually... Sorry, I was bracing there as I went over the tram lines. I was expecting it to be very bumpy, which it isn't at the moment. But there's an IBIS system where it actually shows you the destination, and you can actually control the tram lines. And I know how to control them, but I haven't quite figured out when to control them. So there's quite a lot of stuff going on in the Tram Simulator as well. And I need to watch a few more YouTube videos and figure that one out. Right, so what have we got? The Kennel Fork says, looks train enough for the untrained eye of mine. Oh dear. Insert groan icon. No, they're not icons, are they? What, emojis? So here's a question. So what's the difference between an emoji and what's the other things called? Emotes? Or are they the same thing? Oh, red light. Arr! Oh dear, sorry people. Same thing. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm new to all this emotes and emojis or whatever the heck they call the things. And I was watching a stream the other day, and it was so funny because the big thing was emotes. It really was. People are sort of like, they subscribe, they want their emotes and all the rest of it, and it's like, I had no idea it was such a big deal. So probably I need to start working on that. I was actually, and I know this sounds rather weird, I was actually trying to draw some, and I'm a useless drawer, and bear with. Oh, I knew it. Alright. €5. Alrighty, what do we get? 120 back. Single to ABC. Thank you, sir. You have a nice day, mate. There we go. Front back door. Yeah, I do need to get my template back because, again, this one's messing with my head, as they say. It's got Fernbus stuff all over it. But I hope everyone out there is doing grand. It's a very, very hot day today. I think it was like 96 Fahrenheit, and tomorrow I've actually got a band gig. Well, when I say band gig, it's three of us in the band. We've got the Bearded Border Collie Association coming over from Scotland. So I'm playing at that tomorrow, and I think the temperature down here is supposed to reach 100 Fahrenheit. So it's not going to be too comfortable. Excellent. I like it when nobody wants a ticket. But I can't believe that the bus has been out for so long now. And I think, you know, I need to go back and look, but I think this was the first ever game that I streamed, to be honest. Man, I've been streaming like 10 weeks and I'm already forgetting what I did 10 weeks ago. Thankfully we cooled down in Michigan this week, says Jade Winokur. Yeah, I've told the Colonel a few times, you guys are basically on the same weather pattern as us, you know, it's, I mean, you're only just up the road, really, you know, 10, 12 hours away. I wish I was up there, though, I must confess, just near to Lake Michigan. I wish it was closer, because I'd probably be there most weekends, I tell you. The one thing on my bucket list is to get up there and look at the lighthouses. And just beautiful. I've seen pictures of them. I mean, there's just something... I just found it fascinating when I found out you got a lake with lighthouses on it. And, you know, we all know the stories of the Great Lakes, but to actually go there and see them for real. The only time I was at Lake Michigan was when I was in Chicago. He wants a ticket. Alrighty. These silly Euro things again. Single ticket here, 20 cents, 20 pence, whatever the heck it is. Single ABC. There we go. Man, so Colonel Fork says, bear with. Let me give this lady, that person change. Can't see who it is. Single ticket ABC. So Colonel Fork says he lives an hour from Lake Michigan. It's so beautiful. There are so many lighthouses on the shores. Yeah, I know, mate. I tell you. Definitely going to... Oh, here we go. Here's this dynamic weather. Here we go. Shut the door, Seamus. Yeah, it's... For me, I'd have to make it a long weekend. You know, go up maybe on a Friday night, get in the right lane, actually. Oh, no, I was in the right lane. How could I forget that? Right. Okay, wish me luck, guys. Pull your shoulders in. Yeah, a little quick round there, but that's okay. Dynamic weather for the win. Yeah, you know what? I tend to leave it on dynamic weather all the time now, mate. The only time I'll really change it is if there's glaring sunshine heading right towards me and I can't see anything. Then I'll change it. Do these wipers go any quicker? There we go. You know what? It really does, mate. And as I said earlier, the developers are keeping quiet, and rightly so. You know, the trouble being a developer, if they hint at anything, people will say, well, you said this. And, you know, so the best thing for developers is to say nothing. But when they really, you know, so they're hinting that, you know, they're hinting about stuff that they do. But again, it's like we just have to wait and see. And I cannot imagine that all they're going to do is just this route around Berlin, you know. I might as well just do that. There we go. Nope. Nope, sorry about that. But, I got the doors open. There we go. What was I saying? Cat boiler. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I don't think we've spoken before, so welcome. I hope the days treat you well, my friend. Cat boiler said he's having a few issues with this, trying to get the PS4 controller to work with it. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I have zero experience with a PS4 controller, mate. So sorry I can't help you with that, my friend.
Charity Campus Mitte.
When I started streaming this, I used to use the Xbox controller, and it was working fine, you know. But the PS4 one, I'm not sure, mate. But welcome, and like I say, it's good to see you in the chat there, mate. Could one of you people do me a big favour out in the chat, please? Just put exclamation point commands. And the reason being is I cannot remember what my commands are. I really can't. Spec. That was it. Spec, Discord, game music, title, Twitch, uptime, YouTube. Aha. Okay. Thanks. I was trying earlier to remember what the commands I've got out there, and I couldn't remember them. It's been a while, you know. It's been a while. Man, I'm just rattling along here like a good one. You guys have probably been on this route just as much as I have, actually.
Robert Koch-Platz.
Absolutely. And here's me talking to the announcer lady again. She knows where I'm going before I do. That's clever. That's clever. Alright, soggy people, get on my bus. So if I just do this view, then I'm going to be ready. And that way I don't have to keep looking left and right. Right, excellent. See, this is one thing that they fixed. Before they would ask for maybe a €2 ticket and they'd give you €50. You'd have to give them the change. So 24-hour ticket to AB. 24-hour ticket AB. There we go. Thank you kindly. Shut those doors. And away we go. Honestly, this is cool because I was a little bit nervous at the beginning. I was thinking, I don't remember what button to press. I don't know what I'm doing. But mind you, I felt that when I jumped back in the train simulator the other day as well. But because every train is different. But I do.
Park.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to turn her voice down a wee bit. I think she sounds a little loud. I don't know. Wakes me up, keeps me on track, I guess. But yeah, to what I was. In fact, let me deal with these soggy customers. Hang on, and I'll get back to my point in a moment. Right. Okay. So, as I said earlier on, they've shown pictures of the double-decker MAN bus that is definitely going to be in the game. For anybody that's seen OMSI, and OMSI is the intra-city bus simulator. It's quite an old one. It's clunky, it's buggy, but it's got a cult following, and there's a lot of people saying that this is going to replace it. You know, they've already got the mechanics in place. Okay, they've only got a single route, but you know, if they open up to outside developers, third-party developers, to develop their own routes, then this will indeed take the place of OMSI. And when I say replace it, what I probably should be saying is in addition to, because Microsoft Flight Simulator did not really replace FSX. You know, it was just the next generation of flight sim. You know what I mean? You can still play them both. So I mean, I love OMSI when I can get it to run. But yeah, this is definitely the next way forward, I think. If they can make this with additional routes, and I'm not just talking about, let's say, in TML Studios who are developing this, and they can add additional routes eventually, then it indeed will be taking the place of OMSI, I think, or in addition to, sorry. Are these people getting on? Here they are, okay. You took your time, people. Standing in the rain there. Right, thank you, sir. And yeah, I'm still talking to the people. They're my passengers. Right. Oh, and I forgot I've got a button that does this. Yeah, I probably won't use it too much. What have I not done? Have I not shut a door? Aha. Right, let's get... You know, one thing I have noticed is I've not actually been looking at the GPS. Starting to eventually get to know where I'm going here. That does not mean I'm going to get lost. The last time I was in here, what was it? The map itself is still broken a wee bit, and so I created a ticket and sent it to them. They actually fixed the map and then they broke it again, and that's okay. That's okay. In fact, talking about maps, let's have a quick look at it, actually. Yeah, let's have a quick look at it. In fact, let's get through these lights first, actually. There we go. I prefer to stop, but at the moment the next set of lights is up at the red building ahead there. So let's just pull the map up. And yeah, so I mean, everything's looking fine here. But I noticed that all of the problems that I ever had was coming from up here which is the airport, heading down to Alexanderplatz, which is down here. You know, all the problems were coming this way. And when I did this route the other day, I got all the way down, got to Alexanderplatz and it wouldn't end. And then it started to show me all these additional routes. And I thought, okay, have they added this to it? They actually hadn't. So again, it was the map, it was broken. But that's fine. So again, at the moment, we're still stuck with this Alexanderplatz here to the airport and return. And that's why I'm not streaming it too much. You know, what I'll do is probably after this, now I know everything's working, I got my buttons all working. And, you know, I'll probably wait until maybe another update or just when I need to change from failing the scenarios in the train simulator world. So let's get back in. There we go. And for those of you that haven't been in the stream before, thank you for spending some time with me today. You're very kind, and hope you enjoy this, and thank you for taking a couple of hours out of your day, or a couple of minutes, depends how long you stay, and keep me company. So the reason, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this today was, again, lots of messing about with OBS, and lots of messing about with the Elgato software, and I know you're aware of it, JW, and absolutely love it. Those cars just went through a red light. And one thing that I have set up is I no longer actually have any music directly in OBS itself. I actually have I can't remember what they call it, a sound platform, and there's royalty free music now as part of the Elgato software, and I just play that with a button now. So I've only got 4 audio channels within OBS now, and those never change. So I've got Wave Music, the Wave Microphone, the Wave Game, and Stream Elements alerts, and that's it. So I don't have to be constantly worrying about which channel does which. I have those 4 channels on everything, and you know, just change the music with a button, and I find it works for me. But again, it's like a lot of buttons. So let me get around this corner. JW says the late streams are always good for me after work. Aha, winding down, yes. Well, thank you for popping along, mate. How are we doing for time? Arrival at 6:54. Oh, nice, okay.
U-Bahnhof Turmstraße.
But it will be nice, like it says, to actually follow this all the way, because I mean I bought it when it came out, and it will be nice to actually see this progress throughout the weeks and months and years. And I would not be at all surprised if people are already looking at how they can modify it. But yeah, I'm actually rather, and okay JW, you've heard me say this before, every time I say I'm rather happy with things, I always hit something. that I could not have planned that. I could not have planned that, could I? that was okay. That was amusing for all the wrong reasons. I was just about to say I'm rather happy with the way things are going. Yeah. He stopped halfway around the corner, and yeah, that was not my fault. Not my fault. I blame the AI entirely. Right. Now I can never remember if this lane goes straight on or not, but yeah, that was rather annoying. The AI car seems to bug out sometimes. Yeah. Just like real life, buddy. Just like real life drivers, I think. And another thing that's, sorry, I'm slurping way juice here. Another thing that's different is I'm now on my right hand monitor, So OBS is now on my left, the microphone is on my left, and it's like it's let me go, stay there my friend, stay there. Alright, got it. Why am I calling my friend when he tries to run through me there? But everything seems to be working. Like I say, my system seems to be fairly stable now, you know. I just need to stop messing about with OBS. But I mean, again, I've been streaming for what, 10 weeks? You know, so I mean, obviously there are lots of tweaks. But I think it's good. But I have been also working on a new game to stream as well. It's called Bus 18. And Bus 21 is coming out in September, I think it is. But, now what are these guys? Oh, he turned his lights on. And it's actually a rather good game. It's bus driving with some management in it. Good grief. So it's not strictly. In fact, let me get these guys and girls on. So it's not strictly. Oh, old veteran, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you, Scott. We're back in the bus again, mate. There have been 0 accidents. Well, 1. Alright, 24-hour ticket. AB, but it wasn't my fault. Alrighty. Yeah, good to see you, my friend. How's life down in sunny Texas, mate? Right, I just need to make sure I don't get caught here because that's a cycle lane. There we go, let's get over. But yeah, we're back in the bus again, Scott. After several days of streaming Train Simulator, which was rather pleasant actually, despite the fact of failing several scenarios. So I thought I would actually knock some dust off here and get back in the bus. Look at that, squeaky wipers, there we go. In a fairly horn there. Right, Scott says, hope all is well with you. Hot and have been rather busy, but what else is new? Yeah, you know what, Scott? Yeah, I don't think there's ever going to be a day when you're not busy, mate. It's, which is a good thing, you know. It's funny when people say, what are you doing today? Oh, not much, but then I end up doing like half a dozen different things. It's like, and that's on a quiet day, so I like to be busy as well. But one thing that I'm trying to do is fix my deck, but the only problem is that wood prices are through the roof. And I was looking at some 2x4s down in Home Depot and they're like $8 for a 10-foot length. So what would have cost me less than 100 before is like through the roof, you know. Idle hands are the devil's playground. Yeah, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Turmstraße, Beuselstraße.
Maybe that's why cats are so evil. They sit around all day planning on the next scheme, you know. But yeah, so we've got 3 minutes to get to the next bus stop and we're doing grand actually. I'm going to sit right here. There we go. Take up 2 lanes. That's what I do. I'm a bus driver. So, like it says, let's have a quick look outside again. Look at this. How cool is that? Which I say every single time I stream anything. There we go. Berlin Airport. One of my button for taking photographs is there. There we go. Capture screenshot. You know what? It's bad. Actually, because you got a lamppost coming out the top, but I'm going to take it anyway. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, let's get back in the bus. I love these buttons. I also love sticky labels, otherwise I would never remember what the buttons do, to be honest. Here we go. Okay. And I just find it easier to go into this view. Just see, here we go, €20. That's okay. That's okay. Right, where are we? 20. My mouse is getting caught. Hang on. 20. 30. Whoop. The heck did I just do? What happened? What's going on here? Huh, okay. I've never seen it do that. I don't think I've seen it do that before, counting it down. I was just clicking buttons, actually, just to see what it would do. I guess the guy wants a ticket now, actually. There we go. Ah, incorrect. Okay, single. Sorry, mate. Playing with the change machine. Get on the bus and don't cause any trouble. There you go. Right. I hope the day is treating everybody well. It's good to see so many people out there watching the stream. I hope you're enjoying it, and thank you for keeping me company. It's always, you're always welcome. That's where it was going. Couldn't think. Oh, now that's cool. Look at the. Oops, hang on. Change the mouse button, Seamus. There we go. Look at that. This is exactly what it's like. That is so cool. They never used to do that. Hey, that's really cool. That's really nice. Wow, that's great. Yeah, that's exactly how it is over here in America, if you're not American. And so it looks like it's like that over there in Europe as well. I know in the UK, when you're on a road, basically when pedestrians cross, all junctions are red. But that was cool to see. I don't think I've seen that before. Nicely done, I think, for the game. Very nicely done. And I'm glad I'm not getting any tickets for speeding, because I'm speeding. The devil made me do it, says Scott. Wonder if I can. Absolutely. And here I am talking to the lady again. Right, we're getting out. Okay. Brussels Grill, I don't think I've seen that before, to be honest. And here we are at the Kebab Shop. One of these days they'll actually have someone in there, I think. Man, look at all these people getting out the back. And that was one thing that I used to forget, is I have a back door. And I'm just looking at the Kebab Shop, actually. I bet at a weekend that gets a lot of use. Right, shut these doors. How are we doing for time? Alright, and I know I need to start changing lanes here again. Alright. But that was really cool to see that the AI people actually crossing the road there. That was very cool. Whoa, stay there. Stay there. The only thing, like I said, I might need to adjust the field of view, just because, yeah, you know, I'd like to be able to see that right hand mirror a wee bit better, just so I can start actually judging where the edge of the vehicle is. But you know, as long as I keep my eye on the left hand one, let's change lanes. Here we go. I wonder if my driving is actually any worse than the AI. I like to think it's slightly better. I still think that's the most feeble horn. If I'm a bus driver, I want a loud one. It's going to scare the cats into the sidewalk. I tried to think of a phrase there that didn't involve anything nasty, so so yeah, didn't make any sense either, did it? That's okay. Alright. So yeah, it's try to just get a better default view here. That's better, but again, because of the steering when it changes when you turn, I think I just need to reduce the field of view. That's doing my head in actually. There we go. Just need to change the field of view and I think it should be fine. Let's actually move lanes. Change lanes. Here we go. Yeah, you can tell the way that the trees are popping in. It's definitely the Unreal Engine that. But I really don't find it a distraction, to be honest. Just one of those things. It's very cool. It was hard to believe, to be honest, that I thought that the 18-metre bus was going to be harder to drive than the 12, and it was actually contrary to that. I guess it was just 19 metres of bus. That's a long bus, you know, but again, bends in the middle, you know. That bus stop just on the other side of the road, I always hate coming out of that. I always hate coming out of that. Awesome. There was one question today. Let me get the bus moving again, and I will tell you what that is. Alright, let me over here. So there was a question in the TML Studios Discord in regards to the fact that the police cars have everybody in civilian clothing, and they said, yep, it seems to be one of the biggest, and I'm not going to use the word complaint, but one of the biggest things that people have requested it gets changed. And I mean, personally, it doesn't bother me, but you know, I'm not exactly driving around looking in police car windows, but it definitely is something that has been requested, and it looks like they're going to be changing that. So I think they're very, very good at listening to customer feedback. I think so anyway. You know, it's the sad thing about their Discord is it's full of little whiners, and and yeah, that's exactly what I mean. You know, it's good to actually have be critical, you know, and but man, some of the comments are horrible. It's I'm glad I'm not a software developer, let's put it that way. I think some people have forgotten manners, shall we say, and we'll leave that one alone.
Flughafen Tegel.
There we go. What I need to try and do is every time this lady announces something, I need to try and pronounce it back in the best German accent I have, but I tried that before, absolutely nothing. It just sounds like a Scotsman trying to pretend to put on a German accent. Horrible, actually. Right, what have we got? 708 arrival, 704. And I'm going to say nothing. I'm going to say absolutely nothing about how I'm feeling like this is going well. Because the last time I did that, and you just missed it, Scott, is I went, well, this is rather good. And this car turned the corner, then puts brakes on, and I might have nudged him around the corner, shall we say. But wing mirrors are all intact, just a little dent on the front bumper. So So I'm going to get those bars that you see put on the front of trucks. I can't remember what you call them. You know those big steel bars that sit on the bumpers? Yeah. I'm going to upgrade this bus, mate. No one will want to get near me by the time I've finished upgrading it. I have a big loud horn. I have like 15 headlights on the front and some of those big metal bumpers. There we go. Oh, here's Seamus in his bus. Best we move. And rightly so. I have people to care about here. Well, maybe not care about. Money to get off. There we go. You have to be mercenary about this. This is all about money and wing mirrors. Yep, still amber. We're good. But one thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do the return route. And, oh, middle lane, James, middle lane. I'm going to see if the dynamic weather will change. Rather than just starting here and going on the next one, I do actually want to get some rain. So, let's see what happens there. We wish you a pleasant flight. Very nice. Oh! Stop reading the signs, James, and watch the road. And try and stick to the speed limit. There we go. Thank you, red, maroon, purple car in front. Slowed me down. Look at that. I always like this. It's just like, you know, huge amount of people who just got off the aircraft or they're heading in. I don't know what's along there, but here we go. This is very enjoyable, which I say every single stream as well. Right. Now then, here's the thing. I haven't done this route before, so is the map... Let's take it out of gear. Indicators off. Take it out of gear. Handbrake on. Just because I put the handbrake on. Open the doors and let's see what happens, actually. While I have a quick swig of Sprite Zero. Right, the next route. Route complete. Nice. Doesn't really matter because you don't actually get any points or anything with this. Let's see what happens if I hit this. Huh. So let's have a look at the map, actually. So it did actually... Oh, here we go. Yeah. There's that little map bug. Can't... Oh, there we go. Wow, that's zoomed in. Yeah, see, it's a little bit broken. It should actually be showing me the route all the way to wherever it is. And I know that's not a route. You know, it's a bit of a route. So I think what I'll do, I'll actually come out of this and I'll hit escape, which I'm struggling to do because it's on the other side of the microphone. And let's find ourselves another route. I wonder if I can do it from here. No, that's not working. Never mind. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the menu options don't actually work. So, you know what I'm saying, you know what. So what I'm going to do is take a little short break, actually, and get myself another juice. But yeah, I will be back in a couple of minutes, and I hope you can stay with me. Like I was saying, I enjoy your company, and I will be back in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Have I become a little too shy for love? I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in,
Oh, righty. So Scott says he's got to run. Catch you later, mate. Thank you for stopping by. That's very nice. I hope you have a grand day. And yeah, and I saw your question there. And yeah, same as what the Colonel says. Nothing today, my friend. So have a good day, Scott. And I'll catch you on the next one, mate. So. All right, I just went upstairs and I'm in a basement here in America. And I went upstairs and smelt this beautiful wood burning. So somebody's maybe got a barbecue, or I'm not sure. There's so many flavours of wood these days, soaked in different things. But man, it smells nice. It made me hungry, and all I was smelt was burning wood up there. Oh, yep. It sounds like a beer. Wish it was a beer. It's not a beer. It's another Sprite Zero, sugar-free, lemon and lime. It's refreshing. Okay. So I didn't actually do anything. I just went upstairs. Let's say took a little break. Found out I did nothing. So I'm just going to get back to the main menu here. Right, so hopefully this doesn't break the game. Famous last words. So, yeah, see that the depots are still not available there. And again, I got to think of something else to say, and that's fine. But generally speaking, for me, it's fine, The fact that the depots are not there, they're working on it. So let's do the other one. Start time. In fact, let's pick another. No, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's do December 24th. There we go. December 24th, 6:30 in the morning. That sounds good to me. Yeah, let's do it. Dynamic weather, of course. Yeah, I don't think I could go back to. I'll just show you. There is only two buses. There's a Scania Citywide 12-metre 3-door and the Scania LF 18-metre. Now, I think LF is low floor because I know when I'm in Tram Simulator, there's a ULF, which is an ultra low floor. So I think this just means Citywide low floor 18-metre. I like calling it the bendy bus. Squirrel calls it a bendy bus. I'm going to call it a bendy bus. And one map, Berlin default. You know what? I really, really, really think that eventually we're going to have more than Berlin, because they've got this game set up, and it is awesome. And I say awesome every stream as well, don't I? And it really is wonderful. So they've got the foundation, and this is pure speculation here on my part, but they've got the foundation to make this an intra-city simulator for multiple cities, not just Berlin. And I don't mean going from city to city. That's Fernbus, which I've mentioned before. But, you load up your map and you drive around the city. And I'm sure that there's going to be someone out there developing these. Fingers crossed anyway, fingers crossed. And but yeah, I'm optimistic. Wouldn't it be nice? So let's get started and let's see what the weather's doing here. But I'm rather pleased that everything seems to be working, except the fact that I'm saying I got everything. It's awkward at the moment because the keyboard is over my steering wheel, the microphone is over the keyboard and over my controller, the Elgato Stream Deck is under the microphone, and my mouse is under my arm near the steering wheel. So and this was the way that I was actually planning on streaming all the time, using my right hand monitor. But when I use my left hand monitor, everything seems to just fit so nicely. And I think what it is, it's the steering wheel. It takes up a huge amount of space on the desk. But the reason I did it with two monitors is that I don't want to be constantly unbolting the steering wheel, unbolting the gear change lever, swapping out the pedals, so everything is actually set in place. But I think I just need to rethink a couple of things. One thing I probably need to get is a stand for the keyboard, something will maybe raise it up perhaps a foot off the ground. And you know what, sorry, I just said you know what twice. That's terrible English. If I was to get a keyboard stand that mounts on the wall, on the right wall and the left wall, all I'd have to do is just move the keyboard because it's a wireless keyboard. You know what? Yeah. I think that sounds like a plan, actually. And then I could just have it extend the platform out from the wall, put the keyboard on it, and when I don't need to push it back and just move the keyboard. I think that will be a solution. And yeah, you know what? I could probably put the Stream Deck on there as well. Anywho, enough of that. I'm blabbing away here. Keyboard on a boom arm, says Colonel Fork. Exactly, mate. Yeah, and it's a rechargeable keyboard. It's a Razer. Is it a Razer? Yeah, it's a Razer keyboard, and it's one that's got almost silent keys on it. I did have a Cherry keyboard that I used to use at work, and oh my gosh, that was loud. And when you're streaming, the last thing you need to be hearing is on keyboards, you know. So, but it's a beautiful keyboard. Like I said, it's wireless. Yeah, you know what? I think, Houston, we have a plan. Anywho, enough of this. Let's get on my bus because there's people waiting. Nah, they can wait a minute. Look at this scenery. It never ceases to amaze. You know what? It doesn't matter what the simulator is, whether it's this, Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane, RPGs, doesn't matter the games. I mean, look at it. Okay, yeah, not exactly realistic, but who cares? Man. Alright, anyway, come on Seamus, people waiting. Get in your bus. Alright, okay. Yes, so far so good. Managed that one. I'm going to call it a success because, yeah, that accident never happened, okay? I can choose to ignore it. There we go. Okay. Start, what are we at? 4242. And I'm just going to stay here and see if anyone wants the ticket or not. Nice, okay. In fact, bear with me a moment. Let me see what happens when I open the front door. Ah, okay, so I do need to do the lights. Driver's light. Right, the driver's light should now turn off when I shut the door. There we go, excellent. Lower the bus. Right, I think we're good. Yeah, sorry, at the moment, I'm saying sorry. When I actually do this, I still have to think everything through. It's but that's okay, you know. Forward gear, handbrake off. And away we go. Where's my pedal? That's a brake, Seamus. That's a brake, right. Alright, and you know what? I never looked at the map. Let's see what the map's actually doing. Oh, you know what? Duh. This is exactly what you know what? Sorry about this, but I'm going to restart this one. Because this is exactly what we just did. The same direction. I need to go from... No big deal, guys. No big deal. So we need to go from... next one. I thought I chose this, actually. From Flugaffen Tegel, how you pronounce it, to Alexanderplatz. There we go. There we go. 24th December. Everything else is the same. Alright. Alright. A little bit of a false start. Cruise control T says at the bottom will hold your current speed. I do actually have that set up, but these journeys are so short. You know, they're very start-stop journeys. Huh? Am I missing something? Bear with me here. Am I missing something? This could be broken. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Start at the airport, Seamus. Start at the airport. Yeah, that's what I think I just clicked up here. Never actually saw anything change. There we go. Airport to Alexanderplatz. Right, I think we're good now. Famous last words. Right. There we go. You know, and I could have just done it, but I'd already just done that route actually, so let's try it the other way around. I'm glad I checked the map, but I should have noticed it. Right. Okay, do you see that? Where on earth? This is very strange. Now, yeah, I know that I chose the correct one there. Where the heck am I? In the middle of nowhere. Houston, I think we have a problem. Let's do this one more time, guys. And if nothing, I'll just carry on. Maybe there's something I need to click, or I'm not going to exit the game, but let's try this again. Right, yeah. So from the airport. Ah, okay. You can. Oh, see now I'm going to start making excuses for why this was not my fault. I was going the right direction. Okay. You remember earlier I was going, okay, there's no depot, and I started clicking around here. I didn't realise you could do that. Wow. I didn't realise you could do that. So that's very cool. So it wasn't broken, it was me just clicking buttons. So there we go, to Alexanderplatz. Alright, we're heading the right way now. Well, let's see what happens, eh? Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, I'm going to have another swig of my lemon and lime Sprite, 0 sugar. You know it makes sense. And that sounded like an advert. Right, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Yeah. And you know, I've said this before, my only criticism is that the lighting on this is very, very bad at night. But this is snow, not rain, so we should be good. But yeah, that was starting to do my head in a little bit. So lights on, okay, driver's light, 2 clicks, and get the computer going. Alright. 490-49054, and away we go. Good. That's the sort of learning I like to do, because I'm not into reading manuals as such. But let me shut the door, and we'll talk about reading manuals in a moment. Actually, is handbrake off? Yeah. So I did actually read the manual on the tram sim, and when I say read it, there was one page of it in particular, and that was the switch signs. And when I say switch, I'm talking about the tram lines themselves. So there's a set of lights that I always mistook for the, I'm going to call them traffic lights, and then there's another set of lights that are actually traffic lights for the tram. And so I was reading up on that today, and I now know how I can actually change the points, but I haven't actually figured out when I'm supposed to change the points. That's something that I'm going to have a quick look on YouTube, I think. There's bound to be a tutorial out there, because I know that I've not done many videos on tram sim, but all I was doing was jumping in the tram, picking up passengers, heading from A to B, a bit like the bus. And as we know, there's a lot more. I made it. There's a lot more to it than just that, so I do need to figure that one out as well. Right, but I'm glad we got going anyway. I'm glad we got going here. Yeah, I'm speeding. I had a feeling I was speeding there when I actually started overtaking the guy there on the right. Look at that roads. But as I mentioned earlier, there's not been a huge amount of changes since the last time I streamed this. But I do like it. Like I said, here's my main beam. You know, it lights up, but it's still very, very difficult to see. And for anybody that watched my any of my Euro Truck Simulator streams at night, excuse me, the lighting is a lot better. The lighting is a lot better on the eyes. This one I find it a real strain. And Fernbus is equally... I don't like saying bad, but it's equally difficult to see at night. But I'm hoping today that this will end at Alexanderplatz, and because I know, like I said, the last time it was actually directing me all the way back towards the airport, and I always hate this junction too. There we go. Cars generally pull out in front of me there. But yeah, I'm finding it quite a strain on the eyes. Right, we got through there. Okay. Hence the talking has slowed down. I really feel like I'm driving a car, just looking into the abyss ahead of me. Oh, my poor eyeballs. Yeah, no wonder this person wants off. Yeah, that does really do my head in a wee bit. It's like, oh, my poor eyeballs. Okay. Made it so far. €10. Move mouse. 3-7 back. See now what's going on here. Oh, something has broken. Something has broken. Well, you know what, let's give the person the ticket first, because at the moment I can't give them any change. If I can't give them change, then probably... you know what, let's stop speculating. Let's give them the ticket first anyway. Single ticket AB1. Single AB1. Alright, there's your ticket. Well, I don't know what to do now. Oh, it works now. Look away, look back, and all is cured. Nice. Well, that was a bit weird. But we got there. Right, so what have I not done? There we go. Yeah, so this was showed you on the way down here. I always dislike this junction. Oh my word. Alright, always... That could have been... Well, that was close. There's no could have been close about it. Let's get around here. Okay, good. Good. Right, quick look at the map and see what's going on. So far looks good. Like I'm saying, if you've seen any other streams on this, there's a huge amount of blocked roads, shall we say, around this area, and but yeah, they fixed this all the way up. I just need to see what happens now when I get to Alexanderplatz, and yeah, I hope it ends. Hope it ends there. Not that I don't like driving, but what I mean is I hope that the actual scenario ends. But yeah, I think because I can't see the right hand mirror, if I just keep my eye on the left hand mirror, and as long as I can see the white line as close to the bus, we should be good, I think. There we go. So I've really been enjoying all the updates to the Elgato Wave software. Still a huge amount to actually look at, but yeah, I watched a couple of videos on YouTube and everyone said the same thing. I think Eposvox. Yeah, Eposvox was one of the guys. He said he just came out of the blue. and really, really impressed with it. And the icon packs that they have, and the royalty-free music and sound effects. At the moment, I actually changed the tune. Let me get round here. I actually changed the opening tune that I have now on the stream, and hopefully I don't get another copyright claim. Can I get through here? Yeah. Had a copyright claim on a video that hadn't even been published on YouTube. I've been scheduling them, and the pit that they were claiming didn't even have any music on it. It was the Japanese diesel train running along a track, and yeah, so it was one of the bots decided to do a copyright claim on one of my videos, but it gets annoying. Cause let's say I've had like 13 now, 12 or 13 copyright claims, and you know, it's not a big deal, is it? Like me and the Colonel have spoken about it, that I'm not trying to earn money on there, but it's like, I don't know, it's just a little annoyance, you know, little annoyance. A bit like running into cars and losing wing mirrors. Little annoyances that challenge the day. Okay. Right. Single ticket AB. Thank you very much. And another one, 10. Oh, nice. No change. Okay, excellent. And another one. No change again. Sweet. What's that phrase? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? He says in the wrong lane. Oh, there we go. That's what could possibly go wrong. Have I given myself enough space? You know what? I'll sit here. Where's that? Yeah, I'm a bit close over there. I'm going to wait until the lights change, I think. I should actually not say anything, because I've noticed that every time I do. Go on, get forward. Oh, no, they're not moving, they're stuck. Every time I say something, I always tempt fate with it. But I'm looking at these road signs and the advertisement billboards and stuff. Oh, a casino. Next to the betting shop. Looks like a 24-hour grocery shop, petrol station. See, I need to actually do more of that. Look around the scenery and see what's out there. It's very, very hard to believe, isn't it, that this is nothing more than 3D graphics.
Turmstraße, Beusselstraße.
You know, it is truly amazing. Truly amazing. Oh, squeaky wiper blades. But I hope the day is treating everybody well here. It's time is it now? 22:55 local time here in Missouri, over in the USA. And we got a left turn coming up. There we go, nice. It really makes you feel like you could actually just get out and go for a walk here. Really does, very, very nice. I'm looking at the roads here, the road textures, that's nice as well. And I think they changed those, and it was either the 1.2 or the 1.3 update. But, still hard to believe that this is still in early access. I'd be quite happy, you know, if they said it's done, I'd go, yep, sure. I'd be more than happy with that. So who knows what they're going to do? And one of the questions they get asked a lot, to the point of annoyance, is when are we going to be in phase 2? And they keep saying, one guy asked 3 times the same day, and they said, stop asking, we'll let you know, and it's like, it's just a number. They've got a really great roadmap that shows everything that they're working on. And, and if, what the heck? No idea what that was. Couldn't be my fault. But yeah, so I think one of the things that probably needs a little bit tweaking is the AI. Just to give me a better box around the bus as such. Because I'll happily take it on the chin if I run into something, but when things run into you and you go, where the heck did that come from? Single ticket AB, single ticket AB, there we go, nice. But as you can tell, I no longer worry about wing mirrors or bumpers. I consider them optional extras anyway. But no, I don't like running into things. This is a bus simulator. You're supposed to get people from A to B in one piece, and the bus in one piece as well. Actually, that's always a bonus. Oh, break. One thing that I did do was, in fact, you know what? Let's not. I was going to actually show you what I did to the controls, but that's one of those academic points. It's not really of great concern when you're halfway through driving in the simulator here. But one thing that I did do was change the sensitivity of the brake. Well, not sensitivity. Sorry, I gave it a curve because before, every time I used to touch the brake pedal, the brakes used to slam on and I would skid every single time. So I gave it a little bit of a curve, but the trouble is I need to remember that. I still don't, there's no feedback as such when you're braking, so I need to brake a wee bit harder than I have been.
U-Bahnhof Turmstraße.
Yeah, not even going to try that one. I said earlier I might try and pronounce these names. Nah. That's why we have the lady on board. People who go, what did you just say? Alright, let's get around this corner. I used to call this my favourite corner that I disliked, if that makes sense. But I dislike all the corners. Anywhere I have to turn I dislike. Oh, look at the mirror there. I don't know if you saw that. Now this is interesting. I don't think this has ever been read for me before. I don't think this has ever been read. But yeah, I was looking at the... I'll try and move this without making people motion sick. Whoa! Get back. Yeah, up here I was looking at the ground. Look at it moving. That's wonderful, isn't it? That's really nicely done again. But to go back what I said earlier, they really... Yeah, the level of detail is truly amazing, my friend. It really is. So this is truly a great foundation for other areas, other buses, other DLC. And I hope it comes off that way. And I'm sure it's on everybody's minds that could this possibly take over from OMSI. Right, let's get around here actually. Been very cagey. Hey, I think I clipped the curb a wee bit. I can live with that one though. But yeah, I think it would be really incredible if we get more than just the Berlin map. Some of the comments are that they hope they expand it outside of Berlin, but I think, like I'm saying, they'll probably do the rural areas around Berlin, and they might expand it to some of the... And you guys have probably heard me say this before. They probably will expand it out to some of the smaller cities or villages or towns that actually drives in and out of Berlin, but to go beyond that, then it would be back to Fernbus again. Look at the lighting here, man. But for intracity driving, it's all here. We just need the maps for it. We just need the maps. And you know, at the moment, the level of detail that we have on these maps is huge. It's well for Berlin, but again, these guys have had Berlin maps out for years, you know, with the Fernbus. But you know, I really would not like to think how long it takes to actually generate a map as such. I'm sure it's a horrendous amount of time. Obviously this isn't a one-to-one scale, but they got enough detail in it that people that do live in Berlin have said how impressed they were when they saw this, so that's always a good start, you know. And for now, like I said, I'm enjoying it, and probably limit the streams to maybe one or two a month maximum, I think. But I was really impressed though when I saw, there we go, Pedestrians. Now I do remember Pedestrians the last time, and again that was after the 1.3 release which we're in now, but I didn't realise they would actually set the lights up so that, again, like they are in America and some places in Europe where not all the lights are at red at the same time and pedestrians will still cross, which I still take a little bit of getting used to over here. But as I mentioned earlier, that in Britain anyway, if the pedestrians on the road, then all the junctions are on red, so everything stops. You know, both systems work as long as you're familiar with them, you know. Okay. So one of the things that I have noticed here that has caused a couple of accidents is that the AI will cut in front of you at the last minute to turn right, because you'll be in a bus lane, and of course they're not supposed to be in the bus lane, so they're driving in their lane and they will actually jump in front of you. If they can fix that a wee bit, I mean, I think it's really good already, but if they can sort that out, I think that would be very nice. Right, can't really see. I think we're good. Yep. But you can see the flickering on the graphics on OBS there on the stream. Hopefully they'll fix that as well, but again, I'm used to it at the moment. And they're actually running the game at 1080p and streaming at 1080p now as well, which is good. I took the Colonel's advice many, which seems a long time ago, and he says start low, make sure everything's stable, and you know, I'm paraphrasing. I think he says try at 5100 or, you know, 5.1 megahertz. I'm trying to think of it. Goodness me, my brain's gone. Bits per second. So I'm thinking radio frequencies there. Yeah, my brain went fried on me there, but so yeah, so at the moment I think I'm streaming at 1080p at 60 frames a second and 5100 megabits per second. I don't know why I couldn't think of bits there. Or 5.1 megabits, that'd be 5100 kilobytes, wouldn't it? Or bits, rather, not bytes. Whatever it is, it works. And I need to... I'm in the wrong lane again. Well, I'm not in the wrong lane, I'll change lanes in a second or two. But it seems to work, you know, and I'm going to... I leave things alone as far as the streaming settings. I'll leave those alone for a while. and until I make sure that nothing's broken with that, and you know, because again, it's the way that Twitch works, I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that when you're not a partner, if you're streaming at too high a level and some people can't see it, they're not going to be able to get a good quality stream because they can't change the bit rate that they're looking at. So I just keep the bit rate at 5100, and you know, it seems to work okay. You know, it's this isn't a 120 hertz game, you know, it's driving a bus. I think it works just fine for that. Man, I tell you, I can't believe it's after 11 o'clock here at night. It's yeah, I was going to stream yesterday, but I spent like 2.5 hours messing around with graphics, and I didn't do it. I don't know, it's sometimes late. And I was watching earlier on today, I was watching the Colonel, I was also watching the Winged Llama. He does a lot of streams in X-Plane actually, and looks very, very cool. And one of these days I'll probably do a stream in X-Plane myself with the... Let's change lanes here. Oh, what's it called? And I've forgotten the name of the aircraft now. Scottish Aviation Bulldog. There we go. It's the... I bought it a while back, and it's only for X-Plane. They don't have it out yet for... They don't... Oh, righty ho. Let's give you a ticket. Single AB. Yeah, they only have it for X-Plane. And I bought it, looked at it, did a quick flight, and haven't been back since. But I'm looking at these textures. Oh, and that's something I've never noticed. On those boards across the road there, I never saw those billboards in front, advertising signs. Huh. Very nice. One thing that I have noticed is that because I'm set in Berlin here, it's given me a good chance to feel comfortable with the route, you know, and you know, if I was a bus driver, I'd be doing this dozens of times a day, I'm sure. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being comfortable in a simulator. It's or any game for that fact. There's nothing worse than thinking, which key combination do I need to press for this, and which key combination do I need to press for that? It's yeah. But I think if I was to stream this for another 100 times, going backwards and forwards in Berlin, I'd probably... I don't know. I'd probably go insane, perhaps. But for the moment, I'm enjoying it. But I'm probably another game that I haven't streamed for a while is Euro Truck Simulator. Because again, I went from that to mess about with trains. But yeah, yesterday, no, not yesterday, earlier today, I was looking at the handbook, as I said, for the trams. So I don't know. Who knows what I could be streaming tomorrow, you know? Alright, I'm glad I remembered that there. Alrighty. All enjoyable either way, says JW. Yes, absolutely, mate. Yeah, and I've been looking, a lot of times I'll lurk on your streams there, JW, and that, honestly, some of those games, it's like I want to get into them, but my goodness me, I don't have the time, you know. It's but the RPG element, the story behind some of those games that you've been playing recently. I know the Kiddo did one a while back, and I was looking at it, I was going, what the heck is this? And I apologise, I'm useless with names of games or anything actually, but again, there's so much story elements in games these days, and I think that's what people want. The universe is definitely an undertaking. Skyrim, says Colonel A. Says, have I ever played Skyrim? Yes. I was actually still playing the one before that, Oblivion. Oh. What the heck? Okay, I'm not hitting anything there. Hang on, I've got to look outside here because... Did you hear that noise? Bear with me now. Right, look. There is nothing anywhere. Yeah, did you... I don't know, mate. I don't know, mate. Because I only went a few feet when I heard the noise. See, there's no way that would have even clipped. So, I don't know. Anyway. I feel better about my driving now. Yeah, Skyrim. So, yes, I have played it. I was playing Oblivion
Robert Kochplatz.
years after Skyrim came out. And I've started in Skyrim, but I never actually got beyond, you know, just creating a character and just jumping into it as such. And I'm seeing creating a character. I can't even remember if you have to create a character or not. It's been so long, but yeah, I do love the Elder Scrolls stuff, mate. I do love the Elder Scrolls. JW says, was that glitched out? I don't know, mate. Again, I think it's just the bounding box around the bus might be too... Yeah, talking about two. Give me the ticket. Might be too close, perhaps. I don't know. But I'm glad I didn't hit anything. I thought, surely my driving isn't that bad. Oh, okay. I'm just testing a button. I've got fog lights on here as well. I'm not quite sure what the two clicks are. Ah, okay. Fog light 1, fog light 2, all fog lights off. Okay. So that was set up for Fernbus, but it seems to work in this one as well. Again, it's the same engine. Near enough the same engine, I should say. I don't know. JW says you should see me with our transport.
Charity Campus Mitte.
Vans for VIPs at work. Yes, I dread to think, mate. I hate that phrase, very VIP, I must confess. It's a very... I don't know. Right, so what's going on here? Right. And so that wasn't meant rude by the people that are VIPs, but I just think it's an interesting title, you know. What did you say? A quarter panel would indicate I'm not doing great with things that big. Yep. Alrighty. So if I hear a crash again, the first thing we're going to do is stop and look outside. And I'm spinning again. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look at the map actually. So far so good. So we're about 3/4 of the way there. Yeah, 3/4 of the way there easily. So let's see if this actually ends like it's supposed to. Because sometimes what they'll do with these is they'll actually release a little patch, a little update, but there's no actual description on it. It'll just go, hey, there's an update. Because the last time they did that, I checked the release notes. And even although we're under beta 1.3, they'll sometimes release minor updates within that beta patch, within that beta release rather. But I've seen a couple, and there was nothing in there, so could have been just minor little things. But don't know where I was going with that train of thought. Never mind. It's 11:15 at night and I'm fancying a pizza at the moment actually. Oh, you know what? I might have a mini pizza in the fridge upstairs. And I'm going to cover it in pineapple and take a picture of it. Yeah. That's one of those interesting discussions that I can never understand why people get upset over. Now you're getting everybody hungry. Yeah, that's the point of us streamers, mate. You should know that. We get everybody talking about food and pineapple pizza. It's a trend, mate. It's a trend these days, I think. So I hope the day is treating you well, guys. It's like I said, it's always a pleasure to have you follow me along on my stream. And I must confess, it's been a couple of weeks now where none of my computers are broke, and it was becoming annoying, because since August last year this computer broke, and I apologise if you heard the story already, but this gaming computer broke at a 3TB drive, and the 3TB drive crashed, and I replaced it with a couple of SSDs and I got it all backed up, but that took several months. Even though I got a backup server, it took me several months to get it back just the way it was. And then my other computer, the one that I do for graphics and audio and photography and all the rest of it, I call it a work computer, not really work, but yeah, then that broke, and the C drive broke, but that was my own doing, because I was changing it from a GPT. No, I was changing it from an MBR to a GPT, and that's to do with the boot record. So I destroyed that myself, and then I had to reinstall Windows, and then when you do that, nothing else works. So, and again, but getting it back to normal took me several months. Then this computer broke again, and so what I ended up doing was, this computer is now in the case of another computer I was building that I couldn't get for a graphics card. So that took a couple of months, but anyway, this is now up and running. Then the other computer broke again. One of the SSDs, you couldn't format it, you couldn't delete the partition, you couldn't create a partition. It did nothing. So I swapped a couple of drives around, and now I've got both of these computers up and running. But it's like, now I've had a couple of weeks, and it's just so nice now that they're actually working. You forget how dependent you are on them. You know, whether you're a gamer, streamer, use it for photography or whatever. But I'm so glad, like I'm saying, I got my I'm saying it's a 14TB. It's got 14TB of usable space on it, and all my computers get backed up. It's got, I think, 24, what it would be, 16, 32, 30, yeah, I think it's got 30TB of storage, and it's got 17TB of usable storage. But the good thing is about the drive is that, or the NAS server, the Synology server, is that if I lose 2 hard drives, I still have 100% data recovery. But it's not a big deal. But again, I've got over 40,000 photographs, and I probably mentioned this before. If I lost them, would it be the end of the world? Not really. Would it be an annoyance? Yeah, you know. And I don't really want to be sitting here spending another 10 years fixing computers again, so it's nice when they work, isn't it, you know? But now both of my computers have got SSD drives in both of them. Took a long time to get there. You know, every time I swapped out a drive, I would then just say, okay, bite the bullet, get a smaller drive, make it an SSD, you know. And so the 2TB drives that I used to have that were hard disk drives, I swapped them out with 1TB solid state drives. And the only problem with solid state drives is life expectancy on them. So let me open the doors. Are they coming in? Nope, they're walking right past. Okay. So what I've got with all my SSDs is I've got a 20% over provisioning set up on them. What that means is that 20% of the drive will never be used. And the way that SSD drives work is they need room to breathe, and I'll just leave it at that. They need room to move data around, and and because it's solid state, you can only have so many terabytes of write on each SSD.
Staatsoper.
And I don't have the most. Hang on. Let's have a look. Right, do you see anything? I didn't hit anything. I don't think so. But yeah, so what you do is you call it over provisioning. So there's a part of the drive that you don't use, and it really increases the lifespan of the SSD drives. Because without getting too techy with this, there's different types of SSD. There's a QLC, there's which was quad. I can't see, I'm useless with names again. Basically with the quads, the QLC, you can have 4 bits per cell on the SSD, and those are probably one of the cheapest, and I think there's other ones where you can have 8 bits per cell on the SSD. And the more expensive ones is 1 cell equals 1 bit, and but those are ridiculous price, and I can't afford those. So again, it's all compromise. And you can tell it's getting late. I just spent 10 minutes there talking about SSD drives and pizza. Yeah, I never saw anything there either, JW. Because you've been on a few of my streams. You know that I don't drive to run into things, and I'll just put it down to a buggy sound effect. There we go. Look at the tower. There we go. We're in Berlin, folks. We know we're in Berlin when you see that tower.
Spandauer Straße, Marienkirche.
Absolutely. Let me just get round here and I will read your comment there, buddy. Love it. Love these bus lanes. We have bus lanes in the UK as well. They're awesome. Right, okay. I think the buggy sound effects is the most likely indication. Yeah, I think so too, mate. Like I said, I think they've just got a bounding box around the vehicle that may be a little bit too close. Let's have a look at the map as well. See, we're nearly there. That's what I'm saying. When you see that tower, you know you're nearly there, but I'm hoping that this ends this time, because the last time we did this route, I got there and it did some weird and wonderful stuff in the background. But it doesn't matter, does it? But yeah, I'll be glad when this trip's over, because I really am. I'm going to go upstairs and microwave a pizza. If I had a beer, I would have beer, but I don't. I've still got this Sprite Zero. But that'll do. That will do. Okay. Yeah, and my room's getting hot again. I need to get a better script for streaming. You know, my room's hot, pepperoni pizza, pineapple on pizza, bad driving, wing mirrors. Oh dear. Right, hold your breath. I am saying nothing. I am saying absolutely nothing. Mind you, if it can read my mind, which I hope it can, then it'll know that I'm thinking, hey, we made it.
S- und U-Bahnhof Alexanderplatz, Memhardstraße.
Absolutely, Alexanderplatz. It's music to my ears. We're nearly finished, guys. We are nearly finished. And a nice Christmas Eve day here. It says 7:14 in the morning. Wow. Oh, you know what? I'm 7 minutes ahead of schedule, actually. Which is actually better than it used to be. I think it's actually a little bit too lenient with the timetable, but yeah. I need to stop reading a lot of the Discord, because I read a lot of people complaining about everybody knows it takes 13 seconds and 2 minutes to get there. You know, it's yes, that was a whiny voice. They're doing their best. They're doing their best. Oh, where's the brake? Where's the brake? Where's the brake? I lost the brake pedal. Wow, route complete. Well, that was a little bit of a non-event, wasn't it? Lights. Let's hop out the cab. Yeah, let's hop out and have a wee wander, actually. Benito, yeah. I'm just going for a quick jog, actually. I haven't done any exercise today. I did my kayaking the other day. I did 6 miles in the kayak. A real one, I hasten to add. You know what? Look at that. Look at this. Beautiful day in Berlin. Absolutely wonderful. I feel like I should be saying Merry Christmas everybody, because it's Christmas Eve, but look at that. Look at that up there. Whoop, back. Absolutely wonderful. Right, well, I want to thank everybody for hanging around, and I hope the rest of the day, the whole 32 minutes of it, treats you well. And thank you very much, and I'm sure I'll either catch you on your guys' next stream or you'll catch me on mine. Either way, have a great day everybody, and take care, and bye for now.
It's plain and simple, dear. I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn. Your pawn. Your pawn. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gain. My love.